Hi friends, I'm here with the yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Allow the backside of your body to release into the support behind you. Just letting go of what's not needed here now. And come into a nice slow rhythm with your breath. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. And let's begin by sliding just the right arm overhead and stretch out through just the right side, really activating, energizing right side, but keeping the left side soft and released. It's quite challenging to isolate tension in one side of the body, so just do your best. Inhale as extend through the right. Exhale, soften left. And then release, slide the right arm down, kind of relax that side. And then take the left arm overhead, big reach out, like a big yawning stretch, but softening the right. Energizing left, releasing right. And then release. Both arms overhead, full body reach. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms. Flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release. Bring your right knee in. Grab hold of it. Hug it in close, maybe a little jiggle or rock, releasing deep into your hip crease. And then straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle. A couple times both directions. Nice big circles. Bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the right. And then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. What is there to release here? What is there to let go of now? And then release. Bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee, reaching your arm and knee away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal. Right arm on a high diagonal, letting the fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in and take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor, feeling what's touching the floor as you move. And then grab hold of just your left leg, drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close. Maybe a little shake, releasing deep into your hip crease. And then extend the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle, a couple big circles both directions. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. Bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee. And you might use touch or movement within any of these poses. These poses are opportunities to explore what it's like to be in your body. Staying in your twist, try straightening your left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Fingers and toes reach away from one another. And release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, circle or rock. And then drop your feet to the floor. Let's get set up for a little bit of core work. Start by drawing your belly in, pressing the lower back down from the inside. Keep that going strongly. And then interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up and down. Let's take one more. And release down. Now bring your right knee in and your left elbow across so they come towards one another, and then extend that right leg straight. Keep going on this side. Bring it in. Reach it long. Knee in. Reach it long. Knee in. Reach it long. One more. Same thing, other side. Left knee in, right elbow across, and then stretch it out long. Knee in, reach it long. Knee in, reach it long. In, and long. One more. Now bring both legs up in the air. Outwardly rotate your legs. Bring one leg in front of the other, and then switch back and forth quickly as you slowly lower your legs towards the floor. Once it gets difficult to keep the legs, the lower back on the floor, head back up. So nice quick switches, slow lower and lifts, legs really straight and strong and active. Lower back down, belly in. One more lower and lift. And then release. Bring your knees in. Make your way up to sitting. Let's come on to hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees and you have something for that, feel free to put a blanket or cushion under your knees. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take a couple rolls through the spine, starting by lifting the head and tailbone. And then exhale, round, draw your belly in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back, and dip part way or all the way to the floor, and then press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. If going all the way down is too much, just do what feels right. Maybe it's 1 or 2 inches, and then you push up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. Slow and smooth. Press up. Round. Arch. One more time. Dip down. Press up. Round, and then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Find a relaxed position for your arms, your neck, your shoulders. Finding ease and surrender where you can. Hopefully where it's easy, like right here, right now. And then challenging yourself. Can you find ease when there's a lot more going on? More sensation, more activity. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And back to center. Let's lift up through table and into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. You might pedal out your feet a little bit here, bending one knee. As you press the opposite heel towards the floor, you can go back and forth a few times, waking up the backs of the legs. Eventually settling onto 2 feet evenly. Heels could be up or down, knees bent or straight. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. Let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart. Parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Maybe sway or shake out. Letting go. And bending your knees a little more, slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. You can make your way to the front of your mat into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. Bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to center yourself. Slow down your breath again. Next inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen part way up. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog when you're ready. From down dog, let's take the right leg up, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee, making a few big circles. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a bit higher, and then a big step forward. Low lunge. You may want to pad your back knee. You can roll up the side of your mat or use a blanket. You may need to adjust the distance between your legs. If you didn't get a far enough step forward, you might need to take an extra step forward. And you may want to grab some blocks for your hands. You're welcome to keep your hands on the floor or on blocks. You could also explore some other options. Hands to the front leg, hands to your hips, or arms up. One more breath here. Release. Hands back to the floor or blocks. Take your hips back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward and then flex the toes back. Hands right under shoulders. Hips square and go towards a flat back, towards folding. Little bend in the right leg may be useful. If it's a tight hamstring, maybe a bigger bend. If you do want to explore a little further, you could try coming into splits, Hanumanasana, sliding the right heel forward. If you go to slide it forward and it won't go anywhere, it means you've arrived. That's how it is. So there's nowhere to get. This is not about performing anything, achieving anything, getting anywhere. We are each exploring our own limits for at least two reasons. One, if you go towards your limits, there's a chance for expansion, more flexibility, more strength, more understanding, more balance. And regardless of anything that changes, exploring the limits is exploring being a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Not just what's already comfortable, familiar, known, but just beyond that, what's possible. And in that more edgy place, it's a little harder to find ease, your center, openness. So that's the real practice. Can I be at my edgy places and open up, relax? If you had slid forward, you can slide your way back. To release, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and then shift your weight forward. Lizard pose. And there's so many ways you might adjust this. You could turn your right toes out more or less. You could lean to the left or right. You could scoot your hips forward or backward. You could add a quad stretch. So finding some variation of this that feels interesting, useful. And sometimes poses are interesting and appear useful right away, and sometimes it takes some curiosity, some figuring out, how does this work for my body? What's going on here? And when there's uncertainty, that is also a place to expand into. Can I be with the not knowing? With just the inquiry of getting in my body, feeling around, not knowing, is this useful? Is this a good pain, a bad pain? What's going on here? I don't know the name of this. I don't know what's going on. Can I be with that, whatever that is? And release. Take your time finding your way back to down dog. Each moment is part of it. Can you move purposefully? Whether that's stepping directly back to down dog, maybe there's a vinyasa or some movement transition. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Biggest circle you can make, feeling all that's being stirred up as you do this. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight and then a big step forward, low lunge. Feel free to adjust the distance between your legs, add padding to your back knee. Sink your hips forward, looking for an opening at the front of the right hip. And you can take whatever option you did on the other side or feel what's right on this side. Hands to the floor or blocks to your front leg or hips or arms up. Release. Hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward. Flex the toes back. Hands under shoulders, going in the directions you know to go in. Meeting your limits right where they are, perfectly. And then how much can you feel and open up and be at peace with how that is, however that is. If you did slide forward on the other side, you might try that again on this side. If you have a tendency to go beyond your limits, be aware of that. Hang back a little, really listen. Have I gone too far? If you have a tendency to play it safe, maybe see what's just a bit more. You can move so subtly in and out of these poses. If we're paying attention. If you had slid forward, slide your way back. Both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, and then come down. Lizard pose. So exploring. There are lots of teachers, if that's what you need, that will tell you exactly what to do. That's not me. So if you need that, go find another teacher. My feeling about being told exactly what to do is that it's a very useful beginning. And then as soon as you're ready to take those training wheels off, you are going to know your body better than anyone. No teacher could possibly know your body better than you. And with some basic information, you're ready to experiment through trial and error. The more you feel, the more you're going to learn as you go. Is it better if I shift this way or that way? What happens if I do this or that? And continuing to learn as you go. And then release. Make your way to down dog. Take your time. Feel what you are doing, whatever you're choosing to do. There's learning and feeling that now. Coming back to a good rest, whether that's down dog or child's pose or sitting. One more deep breath here. Let's come back through down dog and then to a pigeon pose, right side. Slide the right knee forward. Scoot back through the left leg. Help the hips get as low as they'll go. And see if any support would be useful. Something under your hip or chest or forehead. You might rest your head on your hands or the floor. Letting go, stripping away what's not needed. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your right hip, move it out of your way so you can lean to the right. Slide the left knee forward and then shift over onto your left hip and send your right leg back. If that didn't get you into pigeon, adjust your way there. Find the angle that suits you, the support that's useful. Letting go. Just bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your hip, move it so you can lean to the left. And then bring the right leg on top for cow face pose, Gomukhasana. So trying to scoot the ankles out to the side or back towards the hips until your knee is on top of your knee or going in that direction. If this feels too tight, you can also do this with the bottom leg straight or sit up on something. Now we're going to try and get that right hip a little more grounded by bringing your left elbow across, right hand into a fist, press down. And as you do this, lengthen your spine and rotate so you get a little twist as well. Inhales more space, exhales more rotation. Release back around to the front, eagle arms, right elbow on top. Put a little pressure between your arms like you're going to pull them out to the sides, spreading the upper back, spreading between the shoulder blades, lifting tall through the top of the head. And then release, unwind, interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. And then fold forward any amount. Might be just dropping your head, or you could come over your legs. Maybe reach your arms up and back away from you. So this is going to invite tightness. While you're feeling the tightness, can you find ease? Can you breathe deeply? Release, come up, unwind and switch. Other leg on top. Kind of scoot your ankles out to the side or back towards your hips, getting both sit bones grounded. Right elbow across, left hand into a fist, press down. Use that to lengthen and twist. Keeping both sit bones grounded, release around to the front, left elbow on top. Pressure between the elbows, spread the upper back, spread the whole torso as wide and long as you can. And release. Interlace fingers behind your back, other thumb on top this time. Open up the heart. And then fold any amount, whatever amount you're able. Arms reach up and back away, any amount. And release. Take a little windshield wiper side to side. Let the knees flop one way and the other, and you can kind of rub your hip into the floor, massaging the muscle between the floor and your bones. And then roll back onto your back. Bring your knees in. Take a circle or rock. let's take a supported bridge. I'm going to place feet under knees, lift the hips, and then a block under your sacrum or something under your sacrum. Could be anything you've got around. Foam roller, stack of books with a towel over it. Let yourself settle. This is a very gentle inversion. The hips are higher than the heart. Gravity is working on the torso and the organs in a different way. Could keep settling into stillness here. If you want to add a hip flexor stretch, bring your right knee to your chest and then straighten the left leg, letting that straight left leg hang, yawning open through the front of the left hip. Hip flexors are chronically tight on so many of us that sit in chairs, which is a lot of us. So it can be really useful to keep a nice opening in the front here. Switch sides. Left knee in, right leg long. And sometimes when things are really tight, we lose feeling, or it doesn't feel like anything's happening at all. In those cases where you lack feeling or it feels like nothing's going on, imagery can be a bridge between what you can't yet feel or do to having a little bit more sensation or movement. So here you might imagine the front of the hip just lengthening or yawning open with each exhale. And then come to neutral. Could be both knees in, both feet back on the floor, or both legs straight up in the air or along the floor. And if you need to adjust the height or placement of your prop, you're welcome to do that. Letting the muscle just hang on the bone. Can you relax almost completely here? Take all the time you need to release. Eventually moving your props out of your way, checking in with your body about any last pose or stretch or anything you're needing to feel complete in your practice. Could be anything, could be nothing. This is a time to just practice checking in, asking the question, what do I feel like? What do I need? What would be useful right now? And just listening. Might be you randomly move into doing something. That's great. Might be quite thoughtful, something you know is useful. Whatever you're doing, just feeling that fully, giving it the time it needs. When you're done, you can ask again, and if nothing is needed, start getting comfortable in your final resting pose, Shavasana. I'm going to talk us through a brief facial massage. If you'd like to join me for that, great. If not, that's great too. So if you want to join me, start by rubbing the palms together, getting some heat and energy in your hands, and then place your palms over your eyes, sealing out the light, encouraging your eyes to not only close, but relax back. Keeping eyes closed and relaxed. Bring your fingertips to the center of the forehead and start to rub from the center of the forehead towards the temples, and then back to the center and spread towards the sides of the face. Good firm pressure. You can use your fingertips or your thumbs. If you find something tender, you might hold it with steady pressure, little circles. And then bring your fingertips to either side of the nose, pressing into the sinus area, pressing and spreading towards the sides of the face. Working along your cheekbone, following your cheekbone to the side of the face and finding where your jaw connects to your skull, that hinge joint just under your ear. It can be quite tight under there. Feeling for little pressure points. Oh, you might give your earlobes a squeeze or pull. Working along your jawline. Give your chin a pinch or press. And then take the heels of the hands and make a couple big circles into your cheeks, massaging the cheeks into the cheekbones and teeth. And then go back over any area that need a little extra work. You can also give your scalp a rub, like a dry shampoo. You might give your neck and shoulders a little squeeze. And then smooth over the face as if you're washing your face, wiping away the water, wiping away any last bit of tension. Shake it out of your hands. You might finish with a little rub to your own forearms and hands. And check in with the rest of your body. Is there anything you need to do to feel complete, or is there any adjustment to your body, your clothing, so you're ready to settle into a few moments of stillness? And then letting go. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. You can bring hands together at your heart and just take a moment to thank yourself for your practice. Thank yourself for showing up, taking this time. You might let that gratitude expand out to any people or circumstances that support you in being here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Gosh, I love my yoga practice. I hope you do as well, and I hope you make time for it as often as you can. Thank you for supporting me in whatever ways you're able. Financial contributions really matter to me. This is my one and only job, and I support a family, and contributions of any kind, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon, checks, small and big amounts really make a difference in my life. So thank you so much.